I'm Toby and this is Sea Life.
Each time that you braid the fence, you're losing about a foot.
Of course, you've got your wire trimmers, and he's making, let me see if I can show you the,
I'm just making it so I can tie these in.
he's making it, he's
Didn't
cut
leave
out
me
the
much
end
more.
of it. He's making it so we can tie it in to the other side. Okay, so that part's done.
All right.
And then I'm standing on. Yeah, you gotta spread it back so that you can get the other part undone. And you're going to learn the skill of weaving fencing together. He just twisted it over is what he did. And see, he's gonna...
Just kind of insert these into the... I always give it one extra square. So I give the one of these squares. So...
It's kind of like sewing, I guess. You just kind of...
I guess, or weaving.
Or weaving, you might call it. Sewing or weaving.
Put my gloves back on.
Yeah, he's working without gloves. But it's kind of tough. So see how he's made these little curlicue wire holds from one wire to the next, and he's left that other edge, and so these, I guess they'll interlap a little bit. You'll see it lap back on itself a little bit, I think. And here go the trusty gloves. Nice leather gloves, help out so much. Just be sure every one of these little wires that have been cut are even, all hooked back in to, about a row down on the other side. Now he's going to bring this side, and he's just bending back these wires all along. I don't know if I can, you'll see it on this side, I think. When he gets here, I know you can't really see what he's doing over there yet.
It's because I got big gloves in the way.
Yeah, the gloves are kind of in the way there.
I got longer one on this side, so I'm kind of wrapping it a little more than I did the other side. But I'm just wrapping it around.
But he just continues. To wrap it. Wrap that wire into there. Back on. So it kind of sews this fence together. Fence sewing.
Never heard of it called that.
That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it fence sewing.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Because now he's got a seam. A nice seam. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can show you this nice seam he's come up with here.
And this will hold through a stretch. And usually this is probably stronger right here than in the rest of the fencing.
Wow. Just show you how he gets this fence around these big old trees. It's certainly a wrestle. Show you, this fencing did get a little bit bent up as he was taking it around that tree. But that is not anything to worry about because you can straighten it right back up. Okay, we went and we scrounged up all the fencing we could find. We're hoping to make it to the next post. We kind of underbid and underbought fencing, we think, maybe. And we sure don't want to have to go into town for any more. So we're pulling all this scrap together, and it kind of looks wrangly. But we pulled all this scrap together to see if we can go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can make it to the next post with what we've got.
Started wrapping this together. And I got the first piece all linked in there. And then instead of putting it back onto the piece that I braided, I was going to go back on itself. And that's not right. It'll just pull apart. So
When you're doing this,
there's a couple of things that you need to watch out for. Make sure the bottoms are the same, because if you look, the top of the field fence has bigger squares than the bottom of the field fence does. So you want to make sure the bottoms are together. Alright, so that's one thing to watch out for. Next thing is just braiding them up well. If you look at how we have this, we just have I tied this one down this line. Now I'm tying this one down on this line, wrapping it through. And when we're done, we should have a nice pretty fence.
and I was talking to Daniel, and I said, you know, Daniel, other people may have just put a post up and went on with it, but they would have lost a lot more fencing that way than to just learn how to fence braid, how to braid this up. And that's so true. He said, yeah, you'd lose about 3 foot if you decided, you know, to just put a post at the end of it.
Because you got to overlap them.
Because you've got to overlap them
by a couple of feet.
By a couple feet. My big job of the day has been to pretty much stand on wire. So yeah, not a real exciting job, but you know what? Is whatever helps, right? Of course, right. Yep, my finger got cut again, and it looks like it was pretty deep. But that cayenne pepper dried that blood right up, and cayenne pepper has some antibacterial properties, so I'm not really too worried. I'm just going to leave it as it is and roll with it. But we just saved ourselves about $250 by not running into town to get or running into the close little town to us to get another roll. And it would have been the same amount of distance. I mean, the distance, it would have been the same amount of time spent, you know, either taking a fence down or riding to go get one. So here we are, and we're back, and he's going to braid some more fence together, and we are at the end post here. We're very, very close. This little piece is bringing it very, very close to the end post, so we've got plenty, and I'm so thankful to see that. Doing is I'm walking down the fence line here all the way back to the front, and I'm going to start trying to shake it out the way that Daniel did yesterday. I'm going to start trying to pull the slack out of it, and maybe I can get quite a little bit of that done, because this is quite a long stretch of fence. Didn't realize it was that long. Obviously we hadn't purchased enough fencing, and just hadn't realized how long this was. So we really didn't measure or anything like that. We were just trying to eyeball it. And apparently eyeballing it was not the idea. But anyway, I'm so glad we did have enough fencing on our property to remedy the situation and save ourselves some money. Task is to take as much of the slack out as I can by pulling this fence line, and I'm going to do my best. We'll see. Well, I think you can tell by the redness in my face that was a good little workout. And Daniel says he's got some water up there for me. I'm so thankful. So, yeah, you know it. I tell you what. So here it is. He's finishing out the rest of the fence for me. Bless his heart. He's so good to help me.